Hey, what's up, everybody? We got another episode of the Long Overdue podcast. Got the same crew here. We got me, we got Drunk, and we got Ace here to educate you about the new candidates that are coming up, people you should be looking into, people you should be like, I support this person because they want what's best for me.
Thank you, MacD, for that introduction. Yes, today the Long Overdue podcast is giving you something a bit spicy and a little bit early for you guys. Here on the Long Overdue podcast, we like to keep you guys one step ahead of the play. We're going to give you a comprehensive playbook into who you should be looking for to continue this blue wave in 2020.
So our first candidate, Ray Chen Huang, for the mayor of LA. So Ray Chen Huang, dubbed by the LA Times as the next Mamdani of LA, and is running on an even further leftist platform in comparison to sitting mayor Karen Bass. So what exactly has Ray Huang done to earn this title? Well, Ray Huang, in addition to being a minister, is a 3 times licensed realtor and the deputy director at Housing Now, a coalition of 150 plus organizations in California, making housing affordable and fighting the displacement crisis. Ray works towards housing for people, not for profit. Mrs. Huang sought to expand tenant protections under SB 567 and the Social Housing Studies Bill, SB 555. She has been an organizer with Clergy for Black Lives and the People's Budget LA, fought for economic justice alongside hotel and service workers, the organization CLU, and initiated the launch of the Healthy LA Coalition, which won critical pandemic relief for working families. She's a firecracker that isn't going to let up easy, and it's our job to aid her as she skyrockets herself to success.
Thanks, MacD, for kicking us off with our first candidate, Miss Ray Chen Huang. It's very interesting that Mayor Bass is actually finally going to have a progressive contender for mayor of LA, and I'm excited to see this race unfold. To be honest, it's going to be an extremely competitive and expensive district, presumably, as we get closer to November of 2026. We're going to see if she pulls out all the stops and keeps this momentum, as she's already shown that, she can be up in the press, up in the media, and contact all of the necessary communication networks to finally get her message out to the people. Miss Ray Huang, I hope you have a fantastic campaign, and we're rooting for you all the way. MacD, you have another candidate that you want to cover, correct?
Yes, I do. The next candidate I want to do, very important. He's going to be, hopefully, the next replacement for Pelosi in SF. My boy, Psycat Chakrabarty. So he was in San Francisco after college in 2009 as an engineer for Stripe, who currently lives near Dubosi Park and about 15 minutes away from where I work. So he was also a key component in Bernie Sanders' 2016 presidential campaign. He was AOC's chief of staff in 2018, and he also helped draft the Green New Deal. So he's someone who's really well versed in all this legal mumbo jumbo and has worked with a lot of big names and understands how the political system works and the best way to address things. So he now leads the policy think tanks devoted to developing comprehensive plans on how the government can deliver prosperity and economic security for all Americans through an economic mobilization to build a clean economy for the US and the world. And he's involved in several nonprofits in San Francisco, like the SF Marine Food Bank, the Housing Accelerator Fund, the Nonprofit Housing Association in Northern California. And there are a few key policies that he has up on his website in case anyone is interested in reading more about this candidate, which I highly recommend. He has a few key things that he focuses on, like one being banning congressional stock trading. And this is broadly popular, with 86% of Americans wanting to ban members of Congress from owning and trading stocks. And this is not only true for the Democrats, but also on the Republican side. And also to enact universal health care. And this is a well-known fact that the US spends more on healthcare than any other developed country. And Sarkar believes that is the best way to guarantee high-quality healthcare for all Americans is with Medicare for all, which will be a system that works for all people. Something else that he wants is to end money in politics, and this expands on the congressional stock trading idea. So he understands the urgency in creating a publicly financed election system to end the role of big companies in politics. And as the chief of staff for AOC, he was a repeated witness to money not only corrupting legislation, but actively seeing members of Congress spend 6 to 8 hours a day dialing for dollars to bring campaign donations as if it was literally their main job. Something else he wants to do is to enshrine reproductive rights, but not only ensure that to people that they have the funding, availability, and privacy to get those, but also the legal assurance to receive that care and be protected and have anything they want, like including birth control, abortions, anything that would be required. And lastly, something that's really near and dear to my heart, tuition-free public colleges. California's higher education system has become more and more expensive every single year. And he understands the importance of making education affordable and attainable by people of all income brackets. This has been a dream to revert this back to when in the 1960s, when California first made the transition in not having tuition-free colleges under Ronald Reagan. Hopefully he's able to enact all these policies, and honestly hard to see one of his policies that I disagree with.
Anyone, if it had to be any Democrat to replace Nancy Pelosi, it could have been any, but we are extremely fortunate to have Mr. Chakrabarti stepping up for his own district, been here working as an engineer. He himself is a millionaire that wants to create a millionaire billionaire tax on the wealthy. Bro said, I don't give a fuck about this money, bro. I just want shit to work. He's the perfect candidate for San Francisco, and definitely everybody needs to double down. If you're operating out of District 11, Shoykat Chakrabarti is definitely the candidate for you.
Bro, is it
Absolutely.
just me? Is it just me, or is our society pumping out just a bunch of great brown boys, dude?
Right.
Like in New York and on the West Coast, bro. Like just we're just pumping out great brown boys to lead us, bro.
Yeah,
Like it's
100%.
crazy, right?
Fuck the blue wave. This is going to be the brown wave
Uh,
all the way. Everyone currently here in the Long Overdue podcast is visiting family over the holidays. And right now, MacD is taking space in Little Bro's room. And they kind of want to watch Bluey together. So my condolences, MacD, for, me taking some time away from your family to inform the public. We thank you for your service. Now, you can go watch Bluey with Little Bro. Okay?
Thank you, my supreme leader. I will go now. Thank you. I'll be in close touch. If you guys want me to hop on to say some dumb shit and make fun of people, just message me, okay? For the funny segment. If you want me to roast some shit.
That's why we hired you. All right.
All right, later, man.
Now
Later,
go.
guys.
Now go, my sweet unpaid intern.
All right, later, guys. Later, guys.
So that was MacD with his segment. Unfortunately, he was on a time constraint today, but everything that he says is extremely important. And these two candidates, Ray Huang and Shoykat Chakrabarti, are fantastic progressive candidates that are actually going to push California forward and keep it from being stagnant and probably finally make it affordable, which is honestly the thing that's been crippling us since 2008. Moving things along to California's 22nd district. This is the district that covers Delano, northern Bakersfield, and the southernmost parts of Tulare, Porterville, and Hanford. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce you to one of the greatest candidates to come out of this blue wave, Mr. Randy Villegas. So Mr. Randy Villegas has a PhD in poli-sci and works as a part-time professor at his local community college. And bro cannot stop winning. And by that, I mean he's earned the following endorsements. Progressive Senator Bernie Sanders himself from Vermont. Probably the best endorsement you can possibly have as a Democrat going into 2026. That's not the only one. He's also endorsed by a civil rights leader and co-founder of the United Farm Workers Foundation, Dolores Huerta. Her work is priceless, absolutely priceless. It's almost something that we can never repay her for. In addition to that, Representative Pramila Jayapal, Vice Mayor of Bakersfield, California, Miss Manpreet Kaur, and from Silicon Valley, California 17th District's very own Ro Khanna. And you've seen this guy's face everywhere. He's been one of our strongholds and has never been afraid to speak his mind. California's 29th congressional representative, Tony Cardenas, also wants to see Villegas succeed as well as all of us. And he's also partnered with the Committee for Hispanic Caucus, which is a local political action committee chaired by Representative Linda Sanchez. And he's also backed by the Congressional Progressive Caucus, which is as well as the Power California Action Group. If we look towards Villegas and his already thorough, well thought out, and organized agenda on his website, he already has plans to work on issues such as fighting political corruption, foreign policy, cost of living, education and training, and all other categories Newsom, given over a decade, would never touch. He's quick-witted, fresh, and a sharp candidate of Hispanic descent and is already fighting the good fight against for-profit ICE detention centers like Geo Group and Core Civic that have tried to infiltrate Kern County. Take it from a fellow Mexican, fellow brown boy, when I say this guy is the real deal. And I can't wait for him to prove that to every proud Californian in the years to come. Ace, Randy Vegas' name has been circulating for a while. What have you read from his website that has piqued your interest?
So one thing I like seeing in Randy Vegas' website is his stance on foreign policy. So he has a plan for no more endless wars, whether it's Iraq, Afghanistan, Palestine. Americans are sick of endless wars. The only way to bring true safety to our people and servicemen and women is by restoring our place in the world as leader of peace, which is definitely not happening now, where our allies are now becoming our enemies. And one way to do that is to just invest our tax dollars at home. If we're not wasting money causing conflicts, which is just, corporate greed, political power moves, use that money to invest in better infrastructure, our education, and health. This is the way to do it.
I 100% agree. Vegas, if everyone visits his congressional website, out of all the politicians that we're covering today, this is the most comprehensive website in terms of the plans, and they're all detailed for the public to read and just see what you find and see what you agree with. This is really going to hit the ground running.
Thank you, Alan. I guess now it's time for me to introduce you all to Mai Vang. Mai Vang is a Sacramento City Council member running for California's 7th Congressional District. Vang is a Democrat that prioritizes issues like healthcare, immigration, and the housing crisis. On July 7th, 2025, as deportation fears come home to Sacramento, city officials and nonprofits try to form a phalanx of hope. With such uncertainty and fear rippling through Sacramento, city officials like council member Mai Vang are working to strengthen efforts around protecting the local undocumented community. Just this year, she's renewed the funding for the Fuel Network, which provides critical resources for our immigrant, refugee, and undocumented community in Sacramento. Councilwoman Mai Vang had an ambitious but highly achievable vision for California's 8th District and seeks to continue that mission as a state representative. She sees a future where everyone has access to quality education, good-paying jobs, and a healthy environment. Vang seeks to invest in infrastructure, supporting local businesses, and ensuring every voice is heard in Washington. With a clear vision, proven track record, and a deep commitment to the Central Valley, Mai Vang is District 7's best choice for Sacramento's progressive tomorrow.
Thank you, Ace, for giving us that brief introduction into candidate Mai Vang. For all future campaign initiatives and issues in which we'd like to stay updated on, you can visit her website at www.myforus.com. Thank you to our audience for sticking by us so far, and by all means, please spread the word. Right, get the name out there, the long overdue podcast. The more viewership we have, the higher incentive to just up the quality, just to up the production value, and just up the amount of airtime and the amount of discussions that we can possibly have throughout the week.
We just want to know that people are out there listening to our stuff. It's kind of like, I can see now why people give up, like with podcasts, like, because it's very demoralizing when people don't even watch. I don't care if you give us a dislike. That's better than at least they listen.
A hate watch is still a watch.
Right.
Help a brother out. We don't discriminate against any political affiliations here at the Long Overdue Podcast. You want to hate watches? Hate watches. Hey, we love the hate. Ironically,
if you can leave a comment, a like.
Yeah, leave a comment, a like. I heard there's a hype button. I've never seen it before in my life. Is it the triangle thingy?
I have no idea.
I don't know either. People keep talking about a hype button. I've never seen it, but apparently it's out there. And if you got access to that exclusive thingy majig, click it. I heard it. I heard it helps. Signing off here today. I'm Alan for G. Earlier on the mic was Mac D.
Back from my 1 episode hiatus. This is A705.
Back from his 1 episode hiatus, A705. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you in the next one.